Hello and welcome to the Modern GraphQL Bootcamp, where you're going to learn how to build and launch your very own GraphQL applications from scratch using Node.js. I'm Andrew Mead, a longtime Udemy instructor with over 200,000 students, and I'm back again with a brand new class designed to teach you everything you need to master GraphQL. Now, GraphQL stands for the Graph Query Language, and it serves as an excellent replacement for the traditional REST API. It's quickly becoming the go-to for Node developers who are creating an application that needs to communicate with a client, such as a web app or mobile app. So we have a client and server, and we have data going back and forth between them. GraphQL can streamline that communication, making it faster and easier to work with. Now, if you're not familiar with GraphQL, that's okay, but now is definitely the time to dive in. We have major companies like Twitter, Facebook, Yelp, and the New York Times all using GraphQL in production. I'm excited to talk about what's inside the class, so let's jump right in. This course is entirely project-based. That means you'll be integrating everything you learn about GraphQL into a real-world application that you'll be building and deploying. Throughout the class, you'll be building out a blogging application using Node.js and GraphQL. The blogging app comes with support for features like user accounts, authentication, posts, a comment system, and more. This course is designed to get you writing code, not just watching videos. That's why I've included over 80 programming challenges that will require you to write code on your own, adding in new app features and using what you've learned in the lessons. By the end, you'll have plenty of practical experience under your belt, allowing you to go off and build your very own GraphQL-based apps. Lastly, this course comes with a PDF reference guide. If you forget how a feature works or you need a quick refresher on a topic, you don't have to dig through a bunch of videos to find the information you need. You can pull up the lecture notes and get an explanation of what was covered with code samples, documentation links, and more. Aside from mastering GraphQL, you're also going to explore all of the tools and libraries that professional GraphQL developers use as they're building out their applications. This includes GraphQL Yoga, Prisma, Jest, Apollo Client, GraphQL Playground, and many more. Now, that's a lot of stuff, so what happens if you need help? There's nothing worse than investing hours into a class only to get stuck up on something small. You ask a question in the course Q&A, and surprise, you don't get a response. That's not how things work here. I'm in the course Q&A every single day, and I answer every single question that comes my way. So as you're moving through the class, maybe you run into a code problem, or maybe you just need clarification on a topic. Regardless, I offer fast and friendly support to all students. It's one of the reasons that people love taking my classes. Now is the time to learn GraphQL and keep your skills relevant and up to date. Big and small companies alike are making the switch to GraphQL. So whether you're just trying to learn a new technology or switch careers, there is no better time to dive into the GraphQL ecosystem. The Modern GraphQL Bootcamp is your one-stop shop to learning and mastering GraphQL. I can't wait to see you inside the class.